So I spend more time on music than filmmaking this time. But you know, I'm very satisfied with that, and that was very, very fun. Alright, so let's start today's gears. How's good, people? Welcome back to another new episode of The Gears, and thank you for tuning in again. So I just realized that this video, Sony A7III macro, is getting views more and more, so I thought it was a good idea to introduce another Sony E-mount macro lens, which is this Sony 50mm f2.8 macro. Okay, from now, I'm going to focus on three major points. First, the look, how it looks and how I feel about it. Second is autofocus, how fast is this? Third is image quality, how good is this? Okay, first, the look. So when it comes to Sony E-mount macro lens, there is Sony A7III macro. Well, that was kind of a long lens and it was like 600 grams, something like that. But look at this. Look at this size. It's very small and it's very light. And this only weighs 236 grams. That's it. So it's less than half of Sony A7III macro. It's small and light, but I don't feel any cheapness about this lens. The lens itself is very solid and very smooth and it's very cool. And the focus ring is made by, I think it's metal, not rubber. And this has AF/MF switch and focus hold, and also focus range limiter. Well, this is macro lens, so this focus range limiter is very practical and useful. That's it. This has minimum amount of our expectations, and this is around $600. Well, I guess I can't find any bad point about this lens so far. So this weight, this size, you know, this lens makes me want to go outside with this lens and take photos and have a nice day outside, which we shouldn't do right now. Well, you can do. Oh wait, no, don't do that. So next is autofocus. Okay, so I was kind of surprised by this autofocus speed. Well, until I tested this autofocus speed, I was using manual focus, so I didn't know this autofocus ability. So I didn't know it was that fast. That was 0.6 second average. 0.6. You know, I thought it was gonna be more slower because this is macro, so I didn't expect a lot on, you know, autofocus of this. But sometimes it seems this doesn't know where to go. Focus point is moving back and forth. But in general, this autofocus is fast. And when I did macro shot, autofocus is still fast enough. But the huge problem is this autofocus sound. Listen to this. Can you hear this? It's very noisy, isn't it? Well, I guess it's not a big deal for vlog or something like this, but I guess it's a big deal for film. I'm not gonna use it. I'm going to stick with manual focus. So except this noise, this autofocus is very fast and accurate enough for daily use. So for most of people, this doesn't have a huge AF problem, but if you do filmmaking, if you make some kind of short film, I recommend that you use manual focus. This AF noise will kill the mood. Next. So last is image quality. So this is a macro lens, but it's also standard 50mm. That means you can go from 50mm to minimum focus distance 16 centimeters. So actually you have a lot of focal length options in one lens. And plus this is f2.8 and also macro. So you can shoot like this. It's very cinematic, right? So next, sharpness. So first, ability of standard 50mm. Well, this betrayed my expectation in a good way. So this is macro lens, so I thought the image will be more soft, but depending on the color grading, it could be sharp. See, it's not that bad, but it's not the best. But the background is melting, blurred, and the object is so clear. I love this contrast. And when this zooms in, this shows its true color. Well, it's different from sharp, but the image is very high resolution and object is very clear and beautiful. And we can see the small detailed information very clear. Okay, this is what it is. This is macro lens. Like this photo, you can see the actual small fibers of this shoe. So that's why I love macro. The macro lens is very fun. And look at this footage. Actually, there are so many things in the background, like a grass, fence, and flower, but we can't see any of that but this object. I really love this kind of shot, this macro shot. So I say macro lens is necessary in film making. So next one is image color and contrast. So this is macro shot. We can see the detail and color information is very clear. Color balance is very good. So it's not too sharp and color is not too strong. So the food looks delicious. By the way, I made this French toast. If you subscribe my channel, I will invite you to the lunch. And when it comes to contrast, honestly, I think the black and white is too separated each other. You know, the black tend to be killed and the white tend to blow up, so, you know, it's hard. And when it's perfect backlight like this, the color doesn't stay that much. It's almost black and white with a little bit of colors. But when it's low light, details and shadow can stay. So you can do whatever you want in post-production. So last one is portrait. I like the lighting on the skin. It's very soft and smooth. And skin tone didn't change from my actual skin. It's very natural. And color science of whole image is not too red, not too yellow, not too blue, not too washed out. It's well balanced. And the detail of clothes and hair, it's very clear. Well, I don't expect a lot on this lens because this is not portrait lens. This is just macro. So this is fine. This portrait ability is just fine. So if you're thinking like, okay, I want to do portrait occasionally, casually, I think you can use this lens for that. But if you want to do like a real portrait, of course, this is not for you. My point is, this is macro, but also you can use this for portrait a little bit. It's not like a full-time portrait lens, you know, it's just macro. It could be like a part-time portrait lens. I don't know, you know, depends on you. To me, I'm not gonna use this for portrait. Okay, so conclusion is, considering all aspects of this lens like size, weight, and ability of 50mm, ability of macro, and sharpness, image color, considering all of this, I think this is very handy macro lens. So first of all, 50mm and macro. This combination is huge. You know, when you use nanometer macro, there is certain distance between camera and object, and besides, focal length 90mm is not usual. But 50mm is very similar to our eye's focal length. So it's very easy to understand how much I should zoom in and zoom out. So I made a short and intro this time, and I was able to shoot with a lot of ways of focal length in one lens, which is this one. So you can have wide range of focal length. You can do macro shot or you can do just normal 50mm shot. It's very easy and handy. So even though you haven't used macro lens in your life, I think you can handle this and you're gonna have so much fun. So if you got you interested in macro world, just, you know, try it. Give it a shot. It's very fun. Or you can go back 0 minutes, 0 second and rewatch this video. You know, this is macro lens, but the ability of this is not a macro. Okay, this is it. If you have any questions about this lens, don't hesitate to leave the comment below. And if you have any requests for next gears, also leave the comment below. So today's topic is pretty much it, and thank you for watching this video. If you like this gear, show me a thumb and then hit the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. God damn, it's hot in here. Almost summer, but I am wearing this jacket, so of course it's hot in here. And I can't use AC because, you know, it gets, you know, noisy around here. So now it is almost 12, so I think I'm going to have a lunch. Maybe French toast, I guess. See ya.